Making sense. Let's address the elephant in the room. All of the big fights at 135, and especially the one that you've been calling for.
Now, I don't necessarily agree with what he's about to say here, but hey, this is his life. This is his career. You know, and a lot of fighters feel like this way. Hell, look at even I don't know if Tank Davis feels this way, but look at the way his career is being managed, where basically he's saying, basically they're saying, listen, fuck the belts. We're trying to make the most money. But in this case, with what Ryan Garcia is talking, he wants to fight Tank Davis. So, you know, and I do agree with him about, you know, a lot of the things he says about Devin Haney, despite me being a Devin Haney fan. But at the same time, I have to be honest, and I hate to say this because we have too much of this on YouTube, where I can be a fan and supporter of a fighter. But hey, I love pussy, you know, so I'm not here to suck no fighters' cocks. You know, I don't care if you're fucking Errol Spence, Deontay Wilder, Devin Haney, God knows who. We got to call it like it is. So a lot of the stuff that he's going to say, I do agree with to an extent, but I don't like how he's like trashing the belts, if that makes sense, kind of. I'm going to explain a little bit more, but let him explain this.
Tank will fight me at 140, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, what else? What about Devin?
That the only fight
Devin has all the belts.
No, but it doesn't matter, man. You guys put so much emphasis on these bouts, man. Let them go. They don't mean shit. Bouts don't mean shit nowadays. All that matters is about so if I beat Devin, they're gonna say go fight Tank. But if I beat Tank, they can't say shit.
Well, they're still tight. I mean, do you care? I understand your position about the belts.
So I wouldn't be proud to say I'm undisputed if I beat Kambosos. I'm not gonna be proud of that. I'm gonna be proud once I beat everybody. That's when I'm gonna be proud. That's when I raise my head up high. I don't care.
All right,
these
so
belts,
who do you consider as everybody?
I'm gonna describe this perfectly for you in like not a parable but a metaphor. These belts have no substance. It's like wearing a chain, but it's not heavy. It's not real. These belts have no substance. None of that means anything. All that matters is you beat the guy who's the man and who everybody thinks you can't beat, and then you make a bunch of money. The money lasts. The belts don't mean nothing. They're going to shine all day. I don't care what anybody says. We're in this game. It's called prize fighting. It's entertainment. And you guys could put so much emphasis on these belts. I don't care. You could have millions of comments that say, oh, why you don't got a belt? You don't got a belt, but I got millions of dollars. That's what I got.
No doubt. Apologize for the language, for the
Now, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like when fighters talk that shit. I understand about, you know, them making money and everything like that, but it's kind of a smack in the face to boxers and basically telling us they're gonna fight who they want to fight. And I do have an issue with it, but at the same time, Ryan Garcia hasn't done shit. You know? He hasn't done anything. You know what? A WBC interim like belt, you know? So basically, you know, you're going to, you know, it's like it can be somebody who's the best in the division, but if they don't bring in any money, you're just not going to fight them. And that's the difference between guys like Ryan Garcia and Canelo, you know?
I'm sorry.
But listen, Ryan,
I need to work on that part of myself.
There's two sides to that, Ryan. I understand that when you're at your level,
about the other side.
But when you were 10 years old, 11 years old, don't lie. Be honest about this. When you were at that age, did you dream about the belt?
Want me to show you a video when I was 8 years old? I said I want to make pro and I want to make the money. I never said I want to make pro and I want to be undisputed world champion.
Okay, so all right, forget about the belt. Forget about the belt.
I want to have the biggest.
Devin Haney is somebody.
I want to be the biggest. I want to have the biggest platform, the biggest
so Hall of Fame doesn't mean it to
over
you.
the people, so they can know, you know, truth, heart. You know what I mean? I want to get to a
at the end of the day, he's right.
That's what
it's about fighting the guys. It's about fighting the guys. But we believe Devin Haney is one of those guys. He's your nemesis from the amateurs.
I'm gonna beat his ass. Don't get that wrong.
So you will at 140. You're saying once you get to 140, at some point those guys are gonna get there and you're gonna have to fight him. So it is important for you to fight him, just not for the belts and not at 135.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay. Like it's not that I'm not desperate for a 135 bout. I'm desperate to make the biggest fights possible and to give the fans what they really want. Everywhere I walk in the streets, you need to know, put yourself in my shoes for just a second. Everywhere I walk, not one time do they mention Devin Haney. Every day I get mentioned Tank Davis. So if you don't think that I want to whoop that man the most so I could get my respect, that's what I'm coming for. I don't care about anything else.
Is Lomachenko on your list as well?
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, so
because he gives me another reason, because to me, he has 2 gold medals. He's so technical. To me, that would make me feel even more like, man, I would have got that. Because my dream was also to win a gold medal. Same feeling I had when I beat Luke Campbell. I was like, man, I could be a gold medalist. Now if I beat Lomachenko, then I really would feel like I'm a gold medal. So that was my dream as a kid. Win a gold medal, then make a bunch of money in the pros. The bouts don't, to me, it doesn't mean anything. Like, the best fights, like me, Tank, that's a crazy fight for everybody in the whole world. Everybody's going to be watching. That's what I'm desperate for. I want to give the fans everything they want, and that's where my heart's at. That's where my heart's positioned at. But again, I don't want to worry about that. I'm worried about Fortuna.
All right, well, exactly. Let's rewind back to Fortuna. How do you rate him?
He's definitely got to shine this weekend. And it's unfortunate, but and I'm not the only one who feels like this, that if he loses tomorrow or loses even his next fight, if it's Tank Davis or not, many feel that he may retire. Many, and I'm not just saying this, a lot of fans feel, and you can even go check on social media yourself, whatever platform you use, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or fucking TikTok or Instagram. But if you read comments, a lot of people feel that he's mentally soft and that if he loses, he's probably going to retire. Now, he's already talking this big money superstar shit, but at the same time, he hasn't done anything for real. And when you really look at it, do you ever see DAZN put out some news or his promoter? Oh yeah, he smashed on DAZN this weekend, put up these big crazy numbers. They did it for Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. You don't never hear about yo, he really drives numbers. And kids historically don't pay for shit. His fan base are kids. Let's say, 8-year-olds to fucking 16-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 22-year-olds. But he somewhat alienates people in my demographic, to say the least, demographic of 30 and above. I'm 38. I forgot how the demographics go. What is it like? Normally it's 8 to 16, something like that. Then 16 to 25, then 25 to 35 and 35 and to 40, something like that. But I hear all of this stuff and I'm thinking bro, one of two things is going to happen tomorrow. Well, it can be multiple things, but let's say this. He's got to shine tomorrow. He didn't really shine against Emmanuel Tagu. Emmanuel Tagu didn't want to fight, and it's okay, Ryan Garcia's coming off of a layoff, mental health layoff. Okay, all right, cut him some slack. But tomorrow against Javier Fortuna, let's cut all the bullshit, all the jokes aside. He's got to shine. And then it's going to be interesting to see who he fights next. My theory is it'll be somebody like Jojo Diaz. You know why? Because I don't think that the Tank Davis fight can happen. Oscar De La Hoya talked about it yesterday, but at the same time, he threw an insult at Al Heyman. When you're trying to make a fight with the man. But Steven Espinoza did tell Dan Canabillo, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, from, you know what? Let's go look that up real quick. I think it's only 30 seconds, so that's fair use. We can use that. Yeah, I turned 39 next month. Fucking kicking 40 door down. Kicking 40 door down. Hold on. I'm gonna try to listen to this right here. And I'm gonna leave his I'm gonna put his Twitter up here. Follow this guy. He's the son of the guy who created CompuBox. He got an interview with Steven Espinoza of Showtime, and he had some interesting things to say. Listen to this.
Golden Boy is, but the reality, Ryan Garcia is not exclusive to DAZN. I know Golden Boy is, but the reality is, it's an interesting and ironic change of events. They've spent 3 years trying to go around us to get to every fighter that we have. Now all of a sudden they figured out, hey, let's go to them. Look, I don't think we need two platforms in this. I don't. I think there are plenty of other ways that are fair to resolve this.
You just said something interesting there. You said that Ryan Garcia isn't with DAZN contractually, or is it that's a Golden Boy thing?
Understanding, Golden Boy has a deal with DAZN. I don't think Ryan Garcia personally has a deal with DAZN. I don't, I'm not the expert on, on sort of that aspect of it, but it's not as if they signed Ryan Garcia to an exclusive contract. I mean, DAZN repeatedly said, hey, we're going to Deontay Wilder, and we went to we went to the Charlos, we went to Danny Garcia, we went to Thurman, and to all these guys because they weren't signed exclusive to Showtime. So why would we need to go to Showtime? Well, I mean, shoes on the other foot now. Why would we need to go to DAZN when DAZN isn't signed Ryan exclusively. Ryan.
What do you think about that? Now, remember the issue that Canelo had, where Canelo's deal was structured around Golden Boy's deal was structured around Canelo, and everything had to be sorted out. I guess what I'm saying is this: is that how do we know that all Golden Boy fighters have to fight on DAZN? Because of Golden Boy's deal. But Espinoza did come off a little smug there, and a little spiteful. But if, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, if Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia was to happen, it's going to happen on Showtime. And it's going to happen by one network, which will be Showtime. That's the only way it's going to be able to happen. It's not going to be put this on Showtime and DAZN at the same time. No, it ain't going to happen. And in reality, before we move on to the next topic, how do you feel that a Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis would do on pay-per-view? Me personally, I'm thinking it could do Canelo Plant numbers, about 800,000 pay-per-view buys, 700,000 or so. But do I see it as a million pay-per-view buy fight? Not really. I don't. That's just my personal opinion. It's not like both of these guys are the best on the microphone. I mean, he's Ryan Garcia. He is bringing a large following, whether they pay for shit or not. Whether they're young or not. Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis has a following, that urban following that they spend a lot of money, rappers and shit. And he brings in some casual appeal. He is must-see TV to a certain extent, even though I do feel that Mayweather Promotions, they be inflating his numbers and hyping him up, I think it does about 700,000. I think he can pull it. But I don't, like I said, I don't think that this fight is as big as people think it is. But do I want to see it? Yeah. But at the same time, I don't think that Ryan Garcia is going to beat Javier Fortuna. I don't think it. For some reason, this just has that feeling to it. And if he shines, well, fuck it. I'm going to be here tomorrow streaming during the main event. So, if you guys are going to be here tomorrow night, you ain't doing shit, tune into your YouTube. I'm going to be right here doing round by round commentary as long as it lasts. If Javier Fortuna loses, well, he's kind of done. Ryan Garcia loses, don't be surprised if he retires or goes on a layoff. Let's finish out what he was saying before we go on and move on to the next topic.
As a fighter on your list and your legacy.
You know what? Every fight is important. Definitely in my shoes, I can't take any fight lightly because even...
Oh, I got Tank Davis all the way. I got Tank Davis knocking his ass out. It's going to be a big height difference, but I got, all the way. Ryan may be doing well early, but I got Tank Davis finishing him off. Probably, I'm going to say maybe 8 rounds or later.
As you see my last fight, I can't even afford a blowout 12-round. I won every round, dropped them, hurt them 3 times. I can't even afford to do that. Yeah. So every fight is important.
Maybe that.
Tank Davis versus Devin Haney is my super fight between 135 and 140. That's the fight I want to see. And also Lomachenko, Devin Haney, and Tank versus Lomachenko. Those are my super fights between 135 and 140.
That's your fault because you're saying you going in there to knock him out.
Yeah, no, it could be my fault, but at the end of the day, what fighter doesn't want to get a knockout?
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't think it's fault.
No doubt.
I don't think it's only his fault. No. But even
you brave. Don't leave me hanging there, though.
You know what I mean? What fighter don't want to knock out?
But you're brave enough to say it.
Ryan,
Yeah. I just say it.
But even if you don't say that, people expect that from Ryan because of the speed, because of the reputation.
Yeah.
So are we going to expect
just like when
that
Tank couldn't knock out Cruz, they were like, oh, he's a bum.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so again, you went in there to knock Tego out. He survived for 12 rounds. We know Fortuna is not going to survive. Are we expecting a knockout from Ryan Garcia tomorrow night?
What I will do is, in my mind, eternally, I'm denying all thoughts of expectations going into the ring. I've already positioned my mind to do that. I personally just want to display my skill level that I know I've been doing in camp. I want to be happy about my performance, and I want a knockout, but I want to display 2 things. My skill and a massive knockout. Now, if I don't get to knockout, but I box beautifully, you know, didn't get touched, was countering, never got tired, was always in control of the ring, I will be happy. But if I do that, there's a high chance he gets knocked out. There's about 99.9% chance he gets knocked out.
Okay.
You know, but let me breathe in there. Let me find it. You know what I mean? Let me focus. Let me get there, and I should do it. But again, if it don't happen, as long as I know I fought skillful, you know how nice I'm looking, reflex, everything, I'm gonna be a happy man. Made some great money. Moving on to Tank.
Yeah.
Go beat his ass. Go on to another guy. Go beat another ass. Go beat another buddy's ass.
All right, I can't deal with this corny ass shit no more. I can't do it. You know, so we're gonna be here tomorrow streaming during the fight. We gotta move on to the next topic.